You are listening to Aftersight. This recording is intended solely for individuals who are blind or have low vision.
Thank you for joining us for audiobook news read from AudioFile magazine. My name is Sarah, and I have the latest edition of AudioFile magazine, which means we get to look at the editor's picks for upcoming titles. Exciting. So we have Owning Up, New Fiction by George Pelecanos, read by Dion Graham. Golden Voice, Dion Graham narrates 4 novellas from crime fiction powerhouse George Pelecanos, available unabridged from Hachette Audio, trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-166-863-5674 for $24.99. Release date February 6th. Cranky by Phuoc Chung, read by Jacob McNatt. From the author of The Memory, Sigh, Gone, an audiobook for the youngest listeners about a cranky crane truck, available from Harper Audio, unabridged, recommended for ages 4 through 6. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-006-337-6816 for $2.99. Release date February 6th. The Authors Guild, edited by Margaret Atwood, read by Shayna Small. 14 Days, a collaborative novel. Writers including Neil Gaiman, Louise Erdrich, Diana Gabaldon, Weike Wang, and many more collaborate on a novel set during the COVID-19 lockdowns. Available unabridged from Harper Audio, trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-035-871-3845 for $31.99. Release date February 6th. What Feasts at Night by T. Kingfisher, read by Avi Roque. This follow-up to What Moves the Dead promises more humor, suspense, and horror. Available unabridged from Macmillan Audio, trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-125-0332158 for $19.99. Release date February 13th. The Foxwife by Yangsze Choo, read by Yangsze Choo. Yangsze Choo narrates her own novel that delves into the mythology of fox spirits. Available unabridged from Macmillan Audio, trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-125-0329516 for $32.99. Release date February 13th. How You Get the Girl by Anita Kelly, read by Lindsay Dorcas and Gail Shalin. A romance between a high school basketball coach and a former WNBA star. Available unabridged from Hachette Audio, trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-166-863-7364 for $27.99. Release date February 13th. Paul Alexander brings us Bitter Crop, the heartache and triumph of Billie Holiday's last year, read by Maya Days. A new examination of jazz singer Billie Holiday's career and the last year of her life. Available from Random House Audio unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3825464 for $22.50. Books on Tape has the library edition. Digital download, ISBN 978-059-3825471 for $85.50. Release date February 13th. What Have We Here? Portraits of a Life by Billy D. Williams, read by Billy D. Williams. This memoir from actor Williams will be a must-listen. Available unabridged from Random House Audio. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3824962 for $22.50. Books on Tape has the library edition. Digital download, ISBN 978-059-3824979 for $95. Release date February 13th. The Lantern's Dance by Laurie R. King, read by Jenny Sterlin. Mary Russell and Sherlock Holmes investigate a mystery involving Holmes' son. Available unabridged from Recorded Books, library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-170-504-4650 for $29.99. also available as CD or MP3. Release date February 13th. Smoke and Ashes, Opium's Hidden Histories by Amitav Ghosh, reader to be announced. A history of opium and a memoir of discovering how it impacted the author's own family. Available unabridged from Recorded Books, Library Edition digital download, ISBN 979-889-178-1979 for $29.99. Also available as CD or MP3, release date February 14th. Slow Noodles, a Cambodian memoir of love, loss, and family recipes by Chantha Nguyen, read by Clara Kim. A memoir of surviving as a Cambodian refugee. Available unabridged from Hachette Audio. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-166-863-7029 for $27.99. Release date February 20th. Normal Women, 900 Years of Making History by Philippa Gregory, read by Philippa Gregory, Claire Corbett, Tanya Rodriguez, Nneka Okoye, James Good, and Joe Jameson. Gregory chronicles less well-known women who made British history. Available unabridged from Harper Audio. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-006-3304352 for $21.99. Release date February 27th. Wandering Stars by Tommy Orange, read by Sean Taylor Corbett, MacLeod Andrews, Alma Cuervo, Curtis Michael Holland, Calvin Joyle, Phil Ava, and others. A novel that traces the legacy of trauma through 3 generations of a Native American family. Available unabridged from Random House Audio. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-382-4542 for $25. Also available as CD. Books on Tape has a library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-382-4559 for $95. Release date February 27th. Birding to Change the World, a memoir by Trish O'Kane, read by Cheryl Smith. Journalist O'Kane chronicles how she became a birder and how it's influenced her activism. Available unabridged from Harper Audio, trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-006-322-3202 for $27.99. Release date February 27th. Gather by Kenneth M. Caddo, read by Malcolm Quinn Silver Van Meter, a 2023 National Book Award finalist for Young People's Literature, comes to audio. It's available from Spotify audiobooks unabridged, recommended for ages 14 and up. Trade edition digital download for $13.29. Release date February 27th. The Canopy Keepers by Veronica G. Henry, read by Robin Miles. The fire chief discovers a hidden world in Sequoia National Park in this fantasy. Available unabridged from Brilliance Audio. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-150-121-9139 for $42.99. Also available as CD or MP3. Release date March 1st. The House of Hidden Meanings, a memoir by RuPaul, read by RuPaul. RuPaul narrates his own memoir, which should be a fascinating listen. Available unabridged from Harper Audio. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-006-326-3932 for $27.99. Release date March 5th. A History of Women in 101 Objects by Annabelle Hirsch, reader to be announced. Hirsch delves into women's daily lives through history as represented by everyday objects. Available unabridged from Random House Audio. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-386-8171 for $20. Books on Tape has the library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-386-8188, and no price is given. Release date March 5th. The Great Divide by Cristina Enriquez, read by Robin Miles. Golden Voice Robin Miles narrates this novel about the construction of a Panama Canal. Available unabridged from Harper Audio, Trade Edition, digital download, ISBN 978-006-3291355 for $27.99. Release date March 5th. James, by Percival Everett, reader to be announced. Novelist Everett reimagines Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Available unabridged from Random House Audio. Trade Edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3821251 for $22.50. Books on Tape has the library edition. Digital download, ISBN 978-059-3821268. And again, no prices listed. Release date March 19th. And let's jump straight into an interview with John McPhee by Jennifer M. Dowell. We're living a quiet life, renowned author and journalist John McPhee tells us from his home in Princeton, New Jersey, where he lives with his wife Yolanda. The pandemic was no problem for us. We were already sequestered at home. McPhee taught his last group of students at Princeton in 2020. It's very pleasant and very quiet, but the point is that there's plenty of time. Time for writing, more on that in a bit, and time for listening to audiobooks. McPhee has been an audiobook fan since the 1980s, when he started listening to them after a visiting friend extolled the virtues of recorded books. But even before that, McPhee understood the importance of hearing his words out loud. Reading aloud is such a large component of a composition process, the writing process, for me. I've never published a word that I haven't read aloud to this person nor that person. Now that he's 93 years old, audiobooks continue to be more important to McPhee than ever. I have such severe glaucoma that if I don't listen to audiobooks, I don't read books. I have 150 of them on my device. His interests, unsurprisingly, are wide-ranging. Currently, he's listening to Middlemarch. One of the reasons I'm listening to it is that daughters of mine told me that Juliet Stevenson is a terrific reader. Well, they're right. McPhee also advocated for narrating his own audiobooks, and he continued to do so until, as he says, he couldn't see well enough to do the recording process. His final narration was of his 2017 memoir, Draft No. 4, on the writing process. After that, he asked his publisher, "Just see if it's possible to get Grover Gardner to read my books." And it was successful, and I'm so pleased because I couldn't have a higher opinion of him. Golden Voice narrator Grover Gardner has performed new recordings of several of McPhee's classic books to acclaim, including Oranges, Encounters with the Archdruid, and The Pine Barrens, first published in 1968. McPhee says that he listened to the new recording of The Pine Barrens about a forested area in the middle of New Jersey with huge interest. I hadn't read it since I last proofread it all those years ago. I had a flood of nostalgia listening to him read this because, after all, it was so long ago, and I spent so many months going down there. Last year, Gardner won an Earphones Award for McPhee's most recent work, Tabula Rasa, Volume 1, which was also named one of AudioFile's best audiobooks of 2023. It's a collection of McPhee's ideas that, for various reasons, were never fully realized as books or magazine articles, and for John McPhee fans like himself, Gardner says it's tantalizing. His droll wit and his ability to hone in on the most interesting aspects of a topic. No matter what he's talking about, there are always some little sidebars, some little digressions, and you always learn remarkable facts. A lot of aha moments. His writing process now, McPhee says, is a matter of getting suddenly inspired. And because these pieces are short, I don't have time to get upset and nervous. It's so very pleasant, and it just happens almost any time of day between sunrise and sunset. I also follow the advice of Mark Twain about things like this. Write what pops into your head. If you are in the middle of something else, forget it. Write about the new thing. You can come back to the old thing. Just how many more volumes of these brief digressions into topics that piqued McPhee's interest can we expect? I'm now about 35,000 words into Volume 2, McPhee says. That's out there in a year or two. But I have a contract for Volume 3, 4, 5. The idea is if you keep writing, you won't croak. so I have this infinite contract. It was mentioned in the contract for Volume 1 that there would be an indefinite number of them in the future. It's a contract running into the 22nd century, McPhee says with a laugh. Keep them coming, Mr. McPhee. And now for a review of Oranges by John McPhee, read by Grover Gardner. Audiophile golden voice narrator Grover Gardner comfortably inhabits McPhee's curious mind and captures the eloquence of his prose in this splendid rendition of his short classic. The audiobook brings together the supreme storyteller and the exceptional story performer. Gardner's singular voice and intelligent style were made to deliver McPhee. His voicing of the author's tabula rasa was awarded one of this magazine's best of 2023, and this narration demonstrates how the author and narrator merge. McPhee's exploration of oranges ranges widely and digs deeply from rootstock, lemon, to which side of a tree produces best, south. The author introduces the listener to the magnates and researchers, the growers and pickers. From grove to glass, McPhee has done the work, and this pleasurable listen is delivered by a master. It's available from Tantor Media, 4.25 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 979-835-085-5302 for $12.99. And more listening from John McPhee includes Draft Number 4 on the writing process, read by John McPhee. Available unabridged from Recorded Books, Library Edition, CD, MP3, digital download. Encounters with the Archdruid, read by Grover Gardner, available unabridged from Tantor Media, trade and library editions as digital download. The Headmaster, Frank L. Boyden of Deerfield, read by Eduardo Ballerini, available unabridged from Macmillan Audio, trade edition, digital download. The Pine Barrens, read by Grover Gardner, available unabridged from Tantor Media, trade and library editions as digital download. And finally, Tabula Rasa, Volume 1, read by Grover Gardner, available unabridged from Recorded Books, library edition as CD, MP3, or digital download. And now for some more from contemporary culture titles. Northeaster, A Story of Courage and Survival in the Blizzard of 1952, by Kathy Pelletier, read by Morgan Bailey Keaton. On February 17th through 18th, 1952, a blizzard occurred in New England that dropped 30 inches of snow into the state of Maine, then blew it into 20-foot-high drifts. Narrator Morgan Bailey Keaton gives listeners a bird's-eye view of the effect this deluge had on the lives of many different people before the dawn of sophisticated weather equipment. Keaton gives an outstanding performance, using emotions that audiences would not expect to hear in a true account of this disaster. She performs the dialogue of each character and captures the urgency and pain of Mainers as they hope against hope that they'll all stay safe from a monster storm. It's a compelling story that may remind some New Englanders of their experiences in '78. Available from Tantor Media, 8.5 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 979-835-0829105 for $19.99. Library edition digital download, ISBN 979-835-0829112 for $49.95. The Comfort of Crows, A Backyard Year, by Margaret Renkl, read by the author. Slow down and sink into these beautiful meditations on the natural world around us. Margaret Renkl's syrupy southern voice and measured rhythm are perfect for her essays and praise songs on everything from foxes to tadpoles to walking in the rainy woods. As Renkl unfolds a year exploring the environment around her Nashville home, week by week, season by season, she demonstrates the value of looking closely. Her macro-lens view reveals both connections and wildness, always grounded in the familiar and relatable. Even as she acknowledges the devastations wrought by climate change and pesticides, the warmth and wonder in Renkl's voice offers hope. This audiobook is a welcome balm. It's available from Spiegel and Grau by Spotify Audio, 7.75 hours unabridged. Trade edition digital download for $18.89. Prequel, An American Fight Against Fascism, by Rachel Maddow, read by Rachel Maddow. TV host and political commentator Rachel Maddow shines at framing the backstory of current American politics in her latest audiobook, narrated in her signature forthright style. Building on her award-winning podcast Ultra, Maddow lays out the historical seditionist plot, not only to keep the U.S. out of World War II, but also to convince Americans that the Nazi attacks against Jews were justified and that Nazi control of Europe would be acceptable. In fact, they said, fascist control of the U.S., as outlined by titans of industry, wealthy elites, and 24 congressmen and senators, would be acceptable too. As Maddow employs her customary earnest tone and unhurried cadence, her wry storytelling ability is on full display. The result is a terrifyingly familiar look at America's earlier and continuing dance with fascism. It's available from Random House Audio, 13.25 hours unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-8677 for $25, also available as CD. Books on Tape has the library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-8684 for $95. The Upstairs Delicatessen, on eating, reading about eating, and eating while reading, by Dwight Garner, read by Christopher P. Brown. Christopher Brown uses the voice of a confidant for this cornucopia of pleasures, literary and gustatory. He immerses listeners in the world of protean New York Times book critic Dwight Garner. For a text crammed with words, quotes, and anecdotes about food and literature, Brown takes on a conversational style and uses occasional slight accents to identify the countries of origin of some of the foods discussed. He deftly switches to a slightly softer tone when quoting women. This audiobook is rich with literary figures and family members whose food opinions the author shares. They range from George Orwell on tea to his memory of his dad's peanut butter and pickle sandwich. Listening to this audiobook is mouth-watering and mind-expanding. It's available from Tantor Media, 6.5 hours unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 979-835-086-8166 for $19.99. The Times, How the Newspaper of Record Survived Scandal, Scorn, and the Transformation of Journalism, by Adam Nagorny, read by Robert Petkoff. Robert Petkoff delivers a masterful performance of this detailed history of the New York Times from 1976 to 2016. His narration is smooth and nuanced. His tempo and cadence move these fascinating inside stories of the paper of record forward. This is a gripping media story of how the Times survived scandals, Jason Blair and Judith Miller, the turnover of top editors, and, most importantly, the transition from a print to an online publication, first haltingly but ultimately successfully. The various members of the Sulzberger family who have been publishers since 1884 are profiled, as well as the executive editors, including the controversies and economic uncertainties that Howell Raines, Jill Abramson, and the longer-tenured Abe Rosenthal lived through. The Times remains vital. This audiobook explains why. It's available from Random House Audio, 18.75 hours unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-6505 for $27.50. Books on Tape has a library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-6512 for $95. And that is it for me for today. Thank you for joining us for Audiobook News. My name is Sarah.
Aftersight.
Do you work or frequently visit a high-rise office building? It's important to know what to do in case of a fire alarm. Your safety and the safety of others depends on it. First, familiarize yourself with the building's evacuation plan. The plan should be posted in high-traffic areas for easy access. Make sure you and your coworkers practice your floor's escape plan regularly. Remember, fire exits, doorways, halls, and stairways should never be blocked. If you notice any damaged fire safety devices, report it to management immediately. If the fire alarm goes off while you're in your office, remain calm and follow these steps recommended by the Illinois Emergency Management Agency, IEMA. 1. Feel the door with the back of your hand. If it's warm, do not open it. 2. Stay in your office and seal the cracks around the door with towels, clothing, or tape. Cover vents to prevent smoke from entering. 3. Call 911 and provide your precise location to the fire department. 4. Wait near a window and signal for help by waving a piece of clothing or using a flashlight. Even if the door feels cool, exercise caution. Stay low to the ground and open the door slightly to check for smoke or fire on the other side. If it's clear, follow your office's evacuation plan. However, if you encounter smoke or fire, return to your office and follow the previously mentioned steps. Once you have successfully evacuated the building, do not re-enter for any reason until the fire department gives the all-clear signal. Remember, being prepared and knowing what to do in an emergency can save lives. Take the time to understand your building's evacuation plan and practice it regularly. Stay calm, stay safe. In the United States, the leading cause of death for children isn't what you might expect. It's not car accidents or even illnesses like COVID. It's guns. Safe storage of firearms can significantly increase your family's safety and prevent a tragedy from striking your home. What does safe storage entail? It means keeping your firearm unloaded, locked, and in a secure location separate from ammunition. Every year, nearly 350 children under the age of 18 unintentionally shoot themselves or someone else, primarily due to firearms not being safely stored. It's estimated that 54% of gun owners don't securely lock all their guns, which contributes to these preventable accidents. Just as we use smoke detectors to alert us of fires and car seats to protect our children during travel, including a gun lock in your home safety plan is essential. In Colorado, this is not just good practice, it's law. Statute CRS 1812-114 requires gun owners to store firearms in locking devices out of the reach of children or prohibited persons. We all share the responsibility of keeping our loved ones safe. To learn more about safe storage and other gun violence prevention tools, visit coloradoceasefire.org or call 303-380-6711. That is 303-380-6711. Contact them at info@coloradoceasefire.org. Together, let's use safe storage practices to make our homes and communities safer, turning the tide on this leading cause of death among children. The job search process can be challenging for anyone, but it can be especially daunting for those with disabilities. That's why it's important to seek out resources and support to help you navigate the process. Reach out to disability-focused organizations and employment programs for assistance with resume building, job searching, and interview skills. These resources can help you build your confidence and put your best foot forward. Check out the American Foundation for the Blind's No Limits Employment Program at www.afb.org or call 212-502-6969 7600.